Hey y'all, it's Indigo here, back with another round of Grand Arena Championships. This is the second round of week 2, so got a tough opponent here. He's pretty efficient, and so I was nervous about if I'm going to be able to, take down everything he has cleanly. Up at the top, he's just got some typical squads, a Newt, some First Order, Bounty Hunters. You see a JTR with the bros there. So it's all stuff I know how to take out, I think. We'll just have to see how it goes. Down south, you can see that he does have his GL right out front. It's Jedi Master Kenobi, so we got that to deal with. It's a JMK with Cam in there, so he's got a pretty stacked team. Then he's got Grievous droids, a Darth Revan team, and then he's got his BAM with IG and Queel. So gonna have to come up with something to take out this wall so we can see what's in the back, see if there's any surprises waiting for us. Let's get to it. First up, we're gonna take out his JMK team. So I've got my own, and I've got Cam. I saved Cam and Gas to go in this team, and he's only got Jedi Knight Anakin in his team. So even though he has Cam, I mean, mine's a little bit stronger with Gas in there. And I played this in arena, so it should be okay. I should be able to beat him in one go and do fairly well. I've kind of practiced it a little bit. Now, I'm not sure if this is the way that everybody does it, but it's just how I do it, and it seems to work. So I got the damage immunity on General Kenobi, and the AI does the same thing. There's not really anything different you can do. Got to be stuck on Kenobi for now. I do the AoE with Gas so I can get rid of foresights and put the armor shred on him. And I like to stack those armor shreds. That way when he comes out of damage immunity, I can kind of get him down pretty fast. So we'll just do a basic there with Kenobi. And now that my Kenobi has his turn, I'll throw some retribution up. Just waiting for theirs to get his turn, and then I can go after him. And so my goal is to get him out first, and then I can work down the damage dealers. So we'll go ahead and start trying to dogpile him, make as much progress as we can. It's good if you can get that locked healing immunity. It just helps out, work him down a little bit easier. And my Cam is putting in the work with his double attacks. You do kind of got to hustle through this battle because it gets close to timing out. Sometimes it just depends, at least in arena. It can take a while to grind everybody down, so you can't be taken forever. So you just got to keep in mind, move with a purpose. I got my ultimate up. Their Kenobi's gone, so I can go after the damage dealers, which here Cam would be the bigger threat. In arena, I normally go after Gas first, but since he's not here, I'll go with Cam because he's going to hit twice, get him out. Now I can go after Anakin, and once it's just Anakin and Ahsoka, that's not too bad. I think she does still get extra bonus turns, but it's nothing to be concerned about, I'd say, because I got him down. Now it's just them two, and here you're at the point where you can go either way. Sometimes I go after JMK and get him out and leave Ahsoka for last. In this case, I just took everybody out and left him. And so now I can devote all my energy toward him, throw some damage immunity up. Everybody's still alive, got good health, decent protection, I think. So I think we're doing okay. Let him keep going after GK there, and he's got damage immunity anyway. So it doesn't bother me one bit. We'll see what I end up with here. Got Gas to finish him off, hopefully. And there we go. And look at that. A perfect 60. So that's always nice when you can take out someone's GL that they put on defense and still get 60 out of it. Now we're going to take out his Darth Revan team. I've got my Imp Troopers. You don't want to bring Moff Gideon in here. I've made that mistake before. If you bring in Gideon, he's going to give them that demoralized debuff, and then once they have debuffs, you can't reduce their turn meter, so it does no good. Like, it's a waste. So here we got Dark, and with Dark, you can just go full bore, try to kill somebody. Once you kill somebody, usually set, kill him, and it's going to boost the turn meter. And then after that, you just kind of keep going and don't look back. So we'll go after Marauder here, put some death mark on him. He's gone. Now I can go after Darkside Bastila, try and get her out of there. Almost. And that'll do it. As soon as Piet goes and calls Dark to assist, that's usually enough to get the job done. Stick with going after Revan here. Look at that. Dark is putting in the work. So Malik does his drain, but that's nothing to be concerned about because we get the AoE, and this should be enough to take him out. So easy peasy. Not quite perfect, but 59 banners using imps against DR. I'll take it. Now I've got my bounty hunters up against his BAM scoundrel team. You guys have seen me do this one a few times by now. It's a pretty solid counter. I like keeping my bounty hunters for offense because they can be used against multiple different teams. Sometimes I do use them against DR. They can take out, honestly, a Padme team. They can take out a lot of B teams. There are a few uses, but this seems to be the primary one since everybody's setting these BAM scoundrels on defense. Got to deal with these somehow, and bounty hunters are usually pretty clean. You can see I already got rid of BAM. Now I can just go after Queel or whoever. Wait till I can get around and do enough damage. But I already got the contract off, so Queel goes down pretty easily. I've just got Nest and IG to worry about here. I've got all my guys healed up. They're all kinds of buffed up. There goes Disintegrate again. So Nest is gone. And now we can just go full on after IG-11. And everybody's juiced up and ready to go. Yeah, he's not going to be able to put up much of a fight at all. Quick 59 banners there and on to the next one. So obviously there's not much to say here. It's Supreme Leader Kylo solo against his Grievous droids. He's got a version of the old Grievous nuke team where you would do IG-11 and T3 and BB-8, and all that stuff's good for banner stripping, except it's not going to do anything against Kylo, obviously. He's going to end up soloing the whole team for, 63 banners or whatever it amounts to be. Doesn't really matter that IPD blows up or that they try and put debuffs and whatnot. None of that stuff's going to stick. So as long as you do have this available, I mean, it's a great team to go ahead and get max banners on. So 63 is good enough here. You can see this team's almost gone. Go ahead and finish it off. Grievous goes. Doesn't really matter. Poke and done. 63 banners, quick and easy. That's going to clear open the front wall and let me see what he's got in the back there. See if there's any other GLs hiding. And there is not. It's Mon Mothma, a Carth team, and then a Darth Maul team. So that shouldn't be too bad. I got to figure out what I'm going to use for those. But I think for now, I'm going to go ahead and switch up to the top and start taking those teams out. And that way I can see what kind of ships he's got waiting for me. And, be thinking about that. So let's go ahead and go up top. A reminder, he's got Resistance, Bounty Hunters, First Order, and a Newt team to deal with. So let's get cracking. Alright, the first team I'm going to take out is his JTR with the bros. I'm just going to take in my CLS against that. Focus down Resistance Hero Finn. Once he's gone, this team really isn't a threat. I just don't want all that inspired and all that causing a bunch of damage. So it's no problem with this team because I shoot first, obviously. And I'm just going to go all in on him, take him out, go after the damage dealers. And look, now it's just Rey and Resistance Trooper there. So yeah, they aren't going to be able to do anything to me. I got blind, all that good stuff, plenty of heavy damage. Now it's just JTR. I think I've got all my banners topped off. It's hard to tell if everybody's topped up on protection. But I think I've done the best that I can do. So let's go ahead and finish her off and see what happens. Killed her, and it was 60. So I did end up getting them all back. Now I can go in with this Newt team. I'll just take C in solo. I figured this is probably a tough team. You know, it's one of those that can be deceptive because Newt will put down the extortion, and you've got extra damage from B1, you've got B2 with buff immunity and just constantly gaining turn meter and such. So I didn't want to have to deal with that. And then he does have Jango in there, who's going to start off with the damage immunity anyway, since it's under a separatist lead. And you know, he hits pretty hard. So I didn't want to mess with trying to come up with some B team to take this out and trying to drop a battle. So I figured C, it would be a good opportunity for him to solo this. And they're not really going to hurt him, even though Jango can do a lot of damage and you're going to get extorted and all that. It really doesn't matter. My ultimate meter's filled up already, so we'll go ahead and pop that. Go into ultimate mode here, and then I'm just waiting to take a turn, and it should clear off half the board. So there we go, and it does. And now I just got Magna Guard and B1 left, and neither of those two, you know, together are going to cause me any grief. There's no real damage with just them. So go ahead and link them just for fun, because it's going to be a minute before I can kill someone. We'll just keep going. Magna's not going to do anything, and B1's just eventually going to die. Still take the stacks off him whenever I can. Eventually I'll get that Sky Lightning to come back, and that might do it. We'll see. It's like a race between basic and the special. What's going to work? Look at that. Magna's still tanking it out. It didn't matter. I got my special. He's gone. And now it's just B1. Knock him out. I can't take stacks off any faster. So we just keep going and doing our thing. And I get, it looks like 2 turns for every one he gets. So I should be able to get full health. I'm hoping. Every now and then I get a turn and get a little bit of protection back. So I'm trying to get as many banners as I can, because my opponent's going to be efficient. And just throw it on auto, let it do its work. Ended up with 63. So that's pretty good against that team, I'd say. And now I'm going against his first order team. I've got Geos for this, and they work pretty well in the past. Haven't gotten a chance to use them against this lately, but they seem to do okay. We'll go after Red and try and get him out as quick as we can. Don't want him taking bonus turns, doing extra damage, so he's gone. Now I can go after just whoever. I'm trying to go after the ones that I know will attack and do like AoEs and stuff. I got out the Special Forces pilot because he can do some damage, but he's also pretty squishy, so I figured he'd go down pretty fast. Now I just got to get out OG Kylo, because he's going to keep ramping the turn meter. I don't want them to keep taking turns. And, I mean, he's just annoying. He constantly favors his AoE. So he will end up taking banners away if you can't get him out. We'll go ahead and use Spy's big hit to take him out there. Now it's just the 2 tanks left. I do have to worry about the stuns from crew. That's something you got to keep in mind when you're fighting him, is that he does have that 2-turn irresistible stun. So you don't want your characters to get locked up. Just keep that in mind. It doesn't matter. I'm going after Faust now, trying to get him down. I want to cycle around and heal up, and that way I can try and get more banners back. I'm watching Spy's cooldowns to see when he gets his big hits. And what you want to do is go into crew and do some damage where you can hopefully get rid of all his protection. After you get rid of all his protection and it's just health left, as long as you buff Spy up, he should have enough damage to take him out with his special. So we'll do that there. He's gone. Now I can kind of take my time to work down Faust. Like I said, I want to get back around to Alpha, and that way you can use his heal up move. Been told before, if I don't get 60 on this, I'm not doing it right. And I just want to be one to clear. But, you know, if I can get 60, then so be it. I mean, they are a team that can be efficient. So that's what I'm trying to do when I have the opportunity anyway. Got Foss down into the yellow. He's going to keep healing at least a little bit, but I do have my big hit up. I don't want to use it. I just know that it's up, but I don't want to use it till I can use that right there, Alpha's move, to heal everybody up and make sure I got those banners topped off. Now when I get back around to Spy, I can do that big hit, and it should be fine. So let's go ahead and do that. Take him out, and 60. Made it. Next up, we're going to go after his bounty hunters. For that, I'm using Jedi. I'll go with Basti lead here. That way, if they do get to go, hopefully they're just going to hit on the protection, the bonus protection cushion that she provides. So it's not going to matter as much. I should be okay because I've got good Jedi here. I've got Jedi Knight Luke, and so I can get the stun in. I've got Revan in, so I can focus down whoever I need to. So it shouldn't be much of an issue, and I am faster. They shouldn't get to move or do much of anything. So we'll just take them down, one by one. Going after Mando, get him out. I don't think they'd get the contract off anyway, but I don't want anybody disintegrated for sure. So let's make sure that he's not around to have to deal with that. Got Bosk taunting, so I do have to do something here. Just go after him. Now I've got direct focus up, so I can throw that on whoever. I was thinking about, should I do it on Mando, but I didn't want to waste, since he's already at half health. He's going to go down pretty easily. So let's go ahead and take out Grief. Get rid of him. Now I can go back after Bosk. And he's going to go pretty quick once I start focusing on him. They like to go after my Jedi Knight Anakin, but, he's still got protection, so hopefully he'll be okay. Go ahead and basic there, and I got one last one to deal with. It's going to be Dengar. Everybody should be good for full protection, I think. I think they're as all healed up as they're going to be. So let's go ahead and finish them off and see what we get. And there we go. Look at that, 60. So that worked out. I'm pretty happy about that. There goes the front wall. We can see what he's gotten back for ships and malevolence and rebels. Okay. So no negotiators, which I hate. I can deal with malevolence and rebels. Okay. So now that I know that's what he has, I'm still going to go kill the last of the ground squads off, and then I can show you what I got for ships. So let's go ahead and go down to the bottom and take out these last three teams. They seem easy enough, so I should have the firepower, I think, to take them out. I could break out the Jawas and throw them against the Mon Mothma team. I don't know. So we'll go ahead and go after this Carth team first. So I haven't been against a Carth team in a minute, but I've got First Order. So I got crew First Order here, Hux, Red Trooper, Faust, OG Kylo. I would think they could do okay. Feed enough turn meter to my team. He does have L3 on there for an extra tank, so that does get to be a little bit annoying. And then I try to stun her and get rid of her, but at the same time, she's going to regain that taunt. As soon as you leave her alone, she'll go, and now she's taunting again. So got to deal with that. Trying to take Mission out because she's one of the big damage dealers. Got to watch out for her. And then now Zalbar's taunting, so yeah, it gets to be a little bit of annoying when there's the bouncing taunt back and forth, and now Mission's going. She's kind of healed back up. I had some damage on her. Look at that. She's already healing back up. So I've got OG Kylo keep doing his AoE, try to get something going, I guess. This run isn't going like I thought it would go. Thought I would just stomp all over this Carth team, and instead I'm getting stuck on these tanks here. You guys ever get that moment when you're battling your opponent and you take something in and you're like, oh yeah, this should be no problem. I'm going to go ahead and walk all over him. And then you're like, maybe this wasn't such a good idea. Because it seems like I'm making no progress here. And if they go after the wrong characters, I'm screwed. I've got crew and Kylo, and neither one of them care about dots, but the others do. So I use Hux with his special to cleanse the debuffs. I'm trying to keep everybody alive that way. I was able to get rid of Carth, so I'm making some progress, but I haven't been able to get rid of the ones that I honestly want to get rid of, which would be Mission and Canderous for one. And now they got my Stormtrooper in the yellow, so that ain't good. As soon as he takes a turn, I think he's going to die. All those dots are going to add up. So they keep going after him. Maybe I shouldn't have taunt with him. I think, yeah, that's probably a little bit of a mistake, because now they go after him and they end up killing him. Use the big hit from red to see if I can make any progress there. Wasn't enough to really kill anyone or do anything. Yeah, this is not going how I thought it was going to go, and I'm already over halfway into the match. So that kind of sucks. But I mean, it's what I had, so got to use what I have. I'm using his AoE, not enough to really do some significant damage. I've got Hux's special. I'm trying to figure out who needs to be cleansed of the debuffs. Got Red's special, so we can cleanse everybody now. Keep doing that. But I don't want Crew to take too much punishment. If he ends up dying, that's it. Like, he is the tank. And so if he ends up dying, that's game over. And so it sucks to try and be all efficient on all these other matches, and then I go against a freaking Carth team, and that's what's doing me in. Like, you can see I've made no progress. I got Canderous down into the yellow, but like no progress, like killing anybody, besides the fact that I was able to take out Carth earlier. I can't, like, I'm trying to kill Canderous, trying to kill Mission. If I can get them out of the way, I could throw it on auto and rip through these tanks no problem. But you can see Canderous is already healed back up into the green. Can't really touch Mission, and she just keeps going. Ooh, it's frustrating. Like, I haven't had this issue, so don't tell me I got to start planning out Carth counters for my opponents. If I got to start thinking what takes out a Carth team, I'm in trouble. Like, that's crazy. I just can't believe that that's something I would have to worry about, but I guess it is. I don't have Canderous built up, and I don't have Carth, but I did do my Mission and Zalbar. But dang, I mean, maybe it might be worth doing for this extra team. I thought First Order should just be able to rip through them pretty fast, and look at that. I'm almost timed out here. Under a minute to go. Just letting it all do its thing, and I'm ended up losing. Like, this is crazy to me that a freaking Carth team is just tearing me up like this. And so I did eventually get the draw, which is the loss. So that sucked. Like, I can't believe that. So I don't have a choice now that I got to come up with some kind of cleanup team for that Carth team. I'll go ahead and use my Jawas here because I got to use them here. And hopefully they do okay. So we'll go ahead and let them do what they do. I did adjust their mods to put some more defense mods and more protection and such. So hopefully they can stand up to a little bit more punishment. I guess the main key is just getting all the bombs to pop at once on everybody so she can't bring somebody back. Like, if they all die at the same time, then you're good. But right now, Kara doesn't have any bombs on her at all because they already popped and I think she came back. So nothing I can really do. They killed off one of them, but thankfully Mon Mothma's gone, so she's not going to have, be able to bring anyone back. Now it's just Kara to deal with. We can throw it on auto and let the Jawas do their thing. She'll do enough damage to them that it'll put enough bombs on her, and we can get her down that way. So 50 banners, not perfect, but, it was okay. At least I got through it. Now I can use my Jedi here against his Maul. These are the last Jedi that I have, so I'll go ahead and throw them under JML and just see what they can do. Should be fine. I'll just keep using his special to bounce back and forth between Grandmaster Yoda and Shakti, just because they hit the hardest. So throw some buffs up, just have that extra, you know, damage and everything, foresight. But yeah, just keep using that, call it the coin at the end, because it looks like a little, I don't know, Jedi medallion or something. So keep using that coin to throw attacks around and kill them that way. It does extra bonus damage every time you use it, so I might as well do it. And yeah, they don't, even though it's Maul lead and they've got stealth and you know, extra evasion, they can't do anything. Obviously, I got a GL leading the charge, so he's my tank. He's going to take all the punishment if there is any, but they haven't been able to do a whole lot. Look at that. So do as much damage as we can, take him out, got a 60. So that was pretty good. All the other fights have gone pretty well, except for that one. So that was just unfortunate. But I've got Empire kind of leftovers. I mean, it's a Vader team with EP and Moff Gideon, Thrawn, and Shore. So not really leftovers. It's a full Empire team. But I had to go ahead and, you know, use them here because my first order failed on that stupid Carth team. Now I have to clean up. So let's go ahead and work on cleaning up, I guess. Now I just have the 2 tanks left. So now I just have Zalbar left. Yeah, so he's not going to be able to win this time. But it's still going to take a lot to get him down because he's got stacking defense. So we got to deal with that. I'll just go ahead and try to debuff him as much as I can. And, you know, throw armor shreds on there. And eventually try to give him a Cullen Blade. So let's try and get a stun. Finally, that landed. Keep going, try and get down his protection. It does take a minute. I've got more Terminator to throw over to Vader. So we'll let him get an extra turn in. Keep going, keep shocking. More debuffs. Now I can throw another armor shred on there. Now I can go into Merciless and then Cullen. So there we go. It was not pretty. Ended up with 37 banners on that. And that did not feel good. But at least I'm done with the ground. Now all I have left are the stupid ships to do. Thankfully, no negotiator there. So, yeah, let's take those out. I'll show you what I got. Obviously, I have my own negotiator and malevolence. So, I got plenty of stuff to use. I used my negotiator against his malevolence. I got 60 banners on that. So that went pretty well. I like to get 60 plus. And then on his rebels, I used my malevolence and I got 60 banners on that one too. So a pair of 60s there. Nothing too fancy. But like I said, my opponent is pretty efficient. And so I was worried about, you know, how he would do on my board. That was the best I could do. Wasn't perfect, but eventually my opponent did go. I was able to check back in later on the day, and I'll show you what he got. So there you have it. There's what he got. He did get me. If I wouldn't have dropped that battle, who knows? But he was able to beat me by 21 banners. So that's it for now. We'll catch you guys in the next round. Thanks for watching my video, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, share your comments down below, and hopefully you'll check out my other videos on my channel. Peace.